Hi, welcome to If You Even Care, episode 14. I don't think I've seen you guys since, last year? That's just a little joke for you. That's just a little joke that you can go ahead and use for the next 48 hours until it's kind of inappropriate to say Happy New Year to people. Go ahead, feel free. I mean it. As long as there's some kind of credit towards me, you can give them my first name or my Instagram handle or just something. But you can go ahead and use that. Put that in your pocket. Maybe save it for next year if it's a little too late in your opinion to be saying it now. I went out for New Year's, which is why my voice is giving a little bit of it's about the journey.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
This happens to me every time I drink. I don't know what that is, but probably because I'm screaming. And it's probably because I'm yelling and I'm screaming. Because I get drunk and I can't play it cool. I have to make everybody around me be silly with me, joke with me, yell with me. I'm if I know the lyrics to the song that's on, I'm yelling it like I'm at a concert. I am not chill and I am not nonchalant when I am drunk. But that's also not why I go out. I don't go out to be, demure. I'm going out to be a wild animal. I'm going out to play. That's what I really want to do. I want to go out, I want to have a couple drinks, I want to play. And you are going to play with me. Because if you're here at this club, you're here at this bar with me, girl, we're going to play. You better sing lyrics, you better dance around, you better yell with me, we're going to stem. And you can pose for a picture and you can serve for that photo and you can get a couple cute ones to put on your Instagram story. And then after that, we're going to sweat it all off. We're going to sweat all the makeup off with all the yelling and the joking. So, I get why a lot of people don't go out on New Year's. It's normally really crazy, but the place that I went to could not have been more perfect. They were playing 90s house music. They had go-go dancers. There were people there, but it wasn't so many people that you couldn't get a drink at the bar, and it was overwhelming. It was perfect, and I will be going back there. But now my voice is a little bit like this, like it has been for half the episodes of this podcast, and I'm sorry about it because I don't like it either. I don't like the crackle. I don't like mouth sounds. I don't like any of that. It feels too intimate. We're going to get into some ins and outs, but really quick, I want to let you know that I am running a special for the rest of the month. If you leave the podcast a review, you can go to your local Walmart and you can pick up one item of your choice and walk out with it. And I'm not going to do anything to stop you. I won't even try. I'm not going to do a goddamn thing. Okay? Anything you want. Walk out with it. You're not going to see me try and stop you. Now, that is only for the remainder of the month. So come February 1st, I don't know what to tell you. I can't say for certain whether or not I would stop you. I would think I wouldn't because I don't care and it's Walmart. I've never been bothered about somebody stealing from a big store. Don't give a shit. But who can be sure? I can't tell you with 100% certainty that I'd let that happen. I don't know. So if you leave a review, go ahead. Also, one really quick rule that I have to establish before we do this. I don't have nails on right now. If any of you look at my hands, I will know. I will sense it. I don't know if there's going to be any repercussions, but I'll know. And it'll hurt my feelings. I am a nail biter. I know it's gross. It's all the memes about when somebody hands you something and they have no nails. I bite down to the nub. I'd bite the finger if it didn't hurt so bad. It's bad. It's something I'm working on this year. But my hands look like Powerpuff Girls hands and you're not allowed to look at them. And hopefully if they come up on screen, I blur it. But you're not allowed to look. Just know that. Just know that if you get a peek, you've done something really inappropriate. Something crossing my own personal boundaries. So go into this with that in mind. Now let's start with the ins for 2026. Start with a little bit of positivity. First is fun hair. I think fun hair is already making a return, but I really want to see it ramped up in 2026. I'm talking if your hair is booba, make it kiki. Get kiki with it. I want to see lots of layers. I want to see fun hair extensions. That's from myself included. I've been seeing so many, like, you know, I was a scene kid back in the day. That's for another episode. And we did like the animal print hair extensions. I've been seeing that for years, but like I want to see it full swing this year. I want to see fun hair. We did like the you know, Nosferatu, like uncut straight hair, no layers, letting it get real healthy. I feel like everybody's been focused on making their hair healthy for the past couple of years, and now it's time to fuck it up. I think we need to fuck it up. Also, in giving older women genuine compliments. I just think it means a lot. In fact, I would say older folks, anybody like 50 and up, I think don't bullshit either. It has to be real. It has to be something that you genuinely notice about them and you like, and you go up to them and you just tell them. Because I do it, and it just, I feel so good. Like I'm complimenting somebody's like mom, you know, and that makes me happy. And that's actually fucked up of me to assume that they're a mom, because they could be child free. And that's something that I'm going to work on. That's something that's out for 2026. Now, some of us might not like this next in, myself included, because I'm not very good at it. But I think posting on Instagram is going to be in. I think we have to reclaim it. I think we have to make it in, because I think we need to find a way to use it the way that we used to use like PhotoBucket. If you were familiar, if you were on PhotoBucket. Fun filters, high saturation, high contrast, like raise the brightness on that bitch. Take pictures with a flash camera and upload 20 of them. You know, like make it fun again. Find a way to do that. Because girl, why is it so stressful? Why is it so damn stressful to post on Instagram now? I think personally, a big part of it, for me at least, like if you have anxiety around posting on Instagram, maybe this will apply to you too. I had to unfollow people who I was following from like high school and have not talked to since high school. Like, I think that we all feel kind of obligated to just continue following people because we followed them for however long. But I think a lot of people from like high school, old jobs, like people that you don't talk to anymore, that you haven't seen in years, they know a certain version of you, and you might not be anything like that version of yourself anymore. You could look completely different. You have a different aesthetic, like whatever it is. Maybe your life is different. You move someplace. And they don't really know you. Like they knew you for a short period of time. Like think about high school. That's 4 years. If it's been another 4 years and you have not talked to that person since, you don't interact on the app, unfollow them. In fact, go the extra mile and have them unfollow you too. Because what are we doing? I haven't seen you since 10th grade chemistry. I'm going to watch your story and see your kids in the bath? I don't know you. I don't know those kids. It just feels weird to me. It almost feels like intrusive. Like I'm just watching your life, knowing I'm never going to talk to you again. I'm never going to see you again. For what? For what reason? Because I knew you once? I don't think that there's that much of an insult to be taken from like people unfollowing you. I think sometimes it really is that. That's why I unfollow people. It's not like you're boring, you're whack, I don't want to see your face. It's just, I don't really know you, so I don't really know why I would be invested in what you're posting. And it just feels silly. Like it just feels weird. Like this isn't an influencer or somebody trying to try on clothes, sell me something, a book person, a social media person. Like, what am I getting out of this? I don't know. And then it just makes me very aware of the fact that when I'm posting pictures, they're looking at it, remembering the version of me that they knew. And that makes me anxious. Like they're comparing me to the person they met however many years ago. Unfortunately, this does also have to go for women that I meet at like while out. This does have to go for my bathroom girls as well. On New Year's Eve, I got 2 Instagrams from 2 very nice women. We hit it off. They were cool. I was cool. They liked my vibe. And we were all talking, added them on Instagram. Well, they took my phone and they both put in their Instagrams to have me follow them. And then Didn't follow me back. What are we doing? Did you forget? Because I know you saw the notification. It's in there. There's proof that I followed you. And how long do I give it? Gave it, 48 hours just to see what would happen. Maybe they're recovering. Maybe they haven't checked their notifications yet. What are you doing? What do you want from me? I hate that. You meet girls in the bathroom. You're telling each other your life story. This is when my dad left. This is when my boyfriend broke up with me. This is how split my ends are. Look at them. Do you have anything to help me? We're putting on each other's lipstick. I held your hair while you threw up. I've seen sides of you that your own boyfriends haven't seen. And then you take my phone and you type up your own handle and you have me follow you, and then you don't follow me back. And then it's been 48 hours and there's no follow back. What are we doing? What do you want from me? What was this? What even were we? Did any of it mean anything to you for even a moment? You know how close I was to getting throw up on myself? There could have been backsplash. And I took that risk to hold your hair. And now what? What if I go back to that same bar and I see those same girls? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up to them. I'm going to initiate the exact same conversation that we had the first time. But this time, I'm going to take their phone and I'm going to follow myself. And then the next day, I'm probably going to follow them back. Because I'd probably feel a little bad if I didn't. But you're going to follow me first. Make me look a fool. Make me look a fool for, well, it's been several days. I'm going to unfollow them, is my point. But posting for people who you do not know, I think will create a lot of anxiety around posting in general. So we're going to bring it back. We're on the right track. I think photo dumps kind of reignited it a little bit. I think it just made it a little more comfortable. Like, okay, we're making a return to authenticity this year. And we're going to just post whatever. It doesn't have to be curated. I also find that unfollowing people with super curated content helps me personally. I have an appreciation for it, for people who have an aesthetic for their page and they have to hit that same exact filter. It used to be really popular at one point, and then it just kind of stopped being as much of a thing when you would look at somebody's grid and then it would be like, quote picture, don't look at my hand. Or it would be like 3 photos and then something else at the very end. It was creative. It was fun. But I just want to see a return to to photo bucket, to just a folder full of pictures like we did on early Facebook. Also in collecting things. Anything. Literally anything. Girl, you like trains? Get a train collection. Let's get that going. You only need one thing to start a collection. For me, I'm going to add to my retro futuristic 2000s toy collection. Think like Wappy Dog, think like iDog, especially the pets. I love that robotic dog. It had a big square head and a tiny body. I can't remember what it was called, but I want one of them so bad. There was the guy with the long head. He kind of looked like Beaker from the Muppets. I'm not sure if you'll know who I'm talking about, so of course I'll put references on the screen because nothing that I'm saying is helpful. But he would play sounds, I think, or music, kind of like an iDog. I had one. I can't even remember what he did, but I love him and I need him. That is my white whale. I try to thrift as much of it as I can, but it is rare finding any of it, especially an iDog. I'm going to have to buy those on eBay, but I want a collection so bad. And it's going to hurt my pockets. I know that, but that is what I desire and I'm going to do it. It just feels good. It's even if you add something to your collection once a month, every other month, when you do it plus 10, you get a boost for the next couple of days. It feels so good. Now, I can't say that this is an exciting one, but I think that fiber's going to have her moment and she deserves it. I eat a lot of fiber. I have a very high fiber diet. High fiber, high protein, low calorie, the whole, shebang, everything you could think of. You got to look out for all of it. And it's exhausting until you just kind of figure out what meals you like what high fiber meals you like, and then spam it over and over again until you get physically ill at the thought of eating it. But it makes it so much easier. So much easier. Beans, girl. Beans. Bean talk. It's a thing. And I was born a bean girl. Born, raised, always been true to beans. There's not a single bean I don't fuck with. Name a bean, I like that bean. Navy? We can go navy. Pinto, obviously. Who doesn't fuck with pinto? Lentils? Are you guys into the lentils? Are lentils a bean? I'm telling you, it's going to be a thing. Protein had her moment, and it was a big one. I think fiber is stepping into the spotlight now. Protein is yes, of course, we should be eating more protein. And then we started to, all collectively. And then big protein got in the mix. Big protein gets her hands on things. And now it's protein popcorn, protein cereal, protein Pop-Tarts. And the thing about a lot of it is it's not even necessarily that high in protein. It's actually pretty low in protein, pretty high in calories, pretty full of shit. And it's I think that we kind of had it handled a little bit with salmon bowls and Greek yogurt. I feel we were on the right track. I don't think that we needed big protein to get involved really at all. But of course she did. So I think it's going to be more about balancing the two, but they're both important. At the beginning of every week, I make a giant bowl of various beans, and I just mix it all together, adobo and lime, and I put it in a bowl, and I put some crushed up Doritos over it and a little bit of sour cream and mild sauce. And it's so fucking good. You just have to trust me. You have to. You gotta. Another wearing your favorite color, even if it's not flattering on you. I get it if you stick to a palette, you're a winter, a summer, whatever, but I don't care. Even if you're a winter, if your favorite color is hot pink, wear more hot pink. I just think we need to make a return to things that bring us joy. That goes for really everything. That goes for how you decorate your home and the accessories you wear. Wear your favorite color. Buy shit even though it's a little bit tacky, but it makes you happy. I could spend the same amount of money to make my apartment look like a Williams-Sonoma. I could, but I choose to spend it on, I don't know, colorful furniture, thrifting cool pieces, toys. You walk into my apartment and you go, how many kids do you have? And none. Not a single one. I just like collecting toys, especially toys that I wanted to have as a kid and I couldn't. I love it. And it brings me joy. I look around every corner of my apartment and something there makes me happy. Also being bicurious. Because it is what if? Who knows? Who can say for sure? That's why it's because it's you're sexually agnostic and you're yeah, I'm self-aware enough to say, I'm not sure. I don't have it all figured out. I'm just wherever the wind takes me. The chips fall where they may. And I like that. I like that kind of an attitude. What is it all about? Stay curious. Have you guys seen Friendship the movie? Stay curious. It's going to be in. It's going to be in. I'm seeing a big return to bicuriosity. Maybe in weed for me. Never been out. This is a personal in. And it's got a question mark at the end. Because every time I get high, I find that I kind of just can't wait to be sober again. Which makes me not a great candidate for smoking, right? If you do it and then you go, I'm scared. I should call my mom more often. There's a lot of dust in here. I can smell it. But then I'm pretty much always around other people because I don't dare to smoke alone. And I have to try to find a way to make conversation. So I get what I think is probably pretty weird. I start doing shit like complimenting the bones of the house. It's an apartment building, I don't know. It's never really worked for me. But I also haven't smoked. All right. If I'm out drinking and you put a vape near my mouth, I'm going to hit it. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't hit vapes. I don't do any of that. If I'm drunk, I want a lollipop is really what I think I want. So when somebody comes near me with like some fruity smelling vape, put it in my mouth. I don't care. So I have smoked recently, like while I'm drinking, which just kind of does nothing. I'm just kind of in the same place as before. But smoking alone does something to me. It's not good for me, I don't think. But it's also been so long that I kind of want to try again. I don't know. Maybe in the form of an edible. I think that would be safer. I say that like I haven't been in like weed-induced psychosis after an edible. That's why it has a question mark at the end. It would have to be right time, right place, right people. And maybe I'll try again. It might be in. Final in. Again, you're probably not going to like it. I need you to just hear me out. Skirt over pants. You might have seen it already, but I think it's going to be in. I think it needs to be in even more for 2026. I want to see more skirts over pants. And yes, that includes skirt over jeans. Chill out. Relax. I'm not talking like Ashley Tisdale fucking skirt over jeans. I think there's a way to make it really cute. I personally have worn skirt over jeans and I really liked it. I don't know that anybody else liked it. And people did look at me in the way that people can only look at you if they're like skirt over jeans. And they're right. Skirt over jeans. What can I say? Skirt over jeans. I think it has to happen. Early 2000s Disney red carpet core. We can find a way to bring it back, but make it more tasteful. And now I've got a couple of outs. Some of these things are just not gonna, they can't make a return this year. We need to see a lot less of it. First one, probably most serious one, being cosplaying as some weird mean aunt on a burner account on the internet. I am so fucking sick of it. And I don't know why it's become so normal. Everybody thinks they're doing the fucking reading challenge. The library is closed. First of all, most of the mean comments are not very good. They're just mean. You just commented fat on somebody's video. That's it. 0 points. 0 points for creativity. I genuinely think, not that this is a hot take at all, but I think it's so bad for you. It freaks me out to think about just how many of these accounts are being run by people who aren't even old enough to legally drive, and what that's going to do to them and their self-esteem later on. I think it warps the way that you view the world. I also believe that the way that you talk about others becomes how you believe others talk about you. So if you talk about people's bodies and you comment on their looks and you make fucked up jokes towards them, I think that you would just feel like people are doing that to you too, because you consider yourself a good person to some extent. So why would any other person not do the same thing? And this is even, I'm seeing this a lot with like fan bases that I would consider to be like safe. Like I would think that they wouldn't talk like this. For example, Slushy Noobs, if you're familiar. Their fan base like kind of goes in on them lately. I mean, it's always been a thing where they joke about themselves. So I think people think they're just playing into that. But often they're being like genuinely mean, like making weird fucked up comments about like Hamza's body, like calling Martin ugly and like chopped. It's fucked up. Like it gets to a point, I think it's at that point, where it's like you're actually just being fucking mean. Like these are real human beings, and they're not even like A-list Like, these are not celebrities who can completely unplug. Like, they are on their phones. They are online. Even then, I always think about people who look like that person seeing the stuff that's being said about them. And that makes me feel really bad. I'll even go as far as to say, Ashley Trevino, hear me out, because I know it's getting real, like, your friend who's too woke right now. But it's not about her as a person. I think she's a shit person. I think that not buying your kids beds and like everything else, it's all fucking shitty. I'm talking about people who have her body type or look like her in some way and see that in themselves, seeing the way that she's spoken about. I also just don't think anyone should be driven to the point of like I would throw myself off a building. I'm not joking. If I received, well, I also wouldn't do anything that she's done, so it wouldn't get to that point. This is what I mean. I'm a little like, I don't like it because it goes too far, but I also understand why people hate her. I just think when it comes to commenting on her looks, I think about like young girls seeing people comment on the way that she looks, getting real granular with it, like down to like the thickness of her calves, like the circumference of her wrist. Like, it just makes me think about the people who would see that and go, well, I look like that. And then thinking about like the way that they would be spoken about if they dared to like be seen by people. There's another trend that's happening where it's so fucked up. I just don't know how you bring yourself to do this kind of thing to somebody, but somebody will post like a TikTok video and people will take it upon themselves to screenshot their face, put that photo into Facetune, and then if they're like, I would change this about you if I could, they do it in Facetune and then comment it on the video and go, girl, you would eat with bangs. Like, if you just thinned out those blocky ass eyebrows a little bit, seriously, like, you could be lovable. You could be pretty even. If we were to go so far, you could even be pretty a little bit if you just looked like this instead of that. If you just looked like this Facetune photo of you, you could be pretty actually. I can see it. Like, you guys are the weird, mean aunt who like comments on the fact that you're getting a second plate at Thanksgiving. And when I say you guys, it's not me, and I highly fucking doubt it's you. You who I'm talking to right now. I feel pretty confident that it's probably not you. But I'm just venting. It's people doing this. Like, real people out in the world walking amongst us, going out of their way, paying for a fucking, like, what is Facetune, $50 a year or something? Paying for a subscription to edit people and tell them how they could look better when they didn't ask. I'm not talking about those videos where they go, guys, what should I do? I need to change something. Like, I want to be hot, whatever. And those always make me a little bit sad because I think you're just inviting people to just dunk on you, to just tear everything down. And they're coming from a genuine place, but the comments get scary. I'm talking about people who are just like, they're doing like a pop-in cooking. They're talking about a book. It's weird. So out is using your burner for that purpose. Another out, Bob Pancakes. I'm sick of his ass. I'm sick of his ass. And me and Eliza have not always gotten along. We've had a pretty tumultuous relationship at times. But think about what she's got going on at home. She's coming home to slob, lazy, loner. What kind of mood would you be in? Walking around with that fuck-ass Bob and a bad attitude, giving me shit all the time. Oh, every new save file, I know I'm going to get some shit from her. And depending on what mods I've had in, getting gunned down. It's happened. A hit and run once. But I have to try to understand where she's coming from. So when you start a new Sims save file, and we're holding hands in this moment, we're here together, okay? And you go to home wreck a family, as we all do. As we all do, you want to go in and you want to break up a married couple. It's fun. Choose a different family. Like, Mortimer is right there. seriously, enough with the Bob. He's done. The Bob and the Bob, like, done. They're done. Leave her alone. She knows who she's with. She knows who she's got at home. You don't want any part in that. You're going to break it. If you're going to break it up, go for Eliza. No more Bob. I'm so fucking sick of him. And along that same vein, giving EA money. If you're not in the loop, you can look into the EA buyout. It's bad. It's bad. It's going up in flames. It's done. Now, I say that knowing that I don't give them a fucking cent and I pirate all my shit. But if you are, I would ask you to consider not doing that because it's very easy to pirate that game. And fuck EA. Out the big light. The big light is done. Don't invite me over and have the big light on with 4 bright white bulbs hanging over us, and I feel like I'm about to get a fucking cavity filled. It makes me feel like I'm in a grocery store and I'm overwhelmed. I just got off of work. I'm popping in for 5 things, but as soon as I get underneath those lights, I can't see straight. Something happens to me where I just cannot focus my eyes on anything. And all the voices are so loud. The voices of the people, the voices in my head, my own inner monologue is like screaming. God forbid they move something. They relocate an item that I regularly purchase to a different aisle. Now it's on the end cap. I'm lost. I don't know when I'm getting out of there. Go get lamps. Especially if you ever want to have me over, know that you're going to need to have some lamps. And you can just keep them on standby for when I'm there, but we're going to need some lamps. Treat me like a fucking drag queen. I need to be in low lighting, low warm lighting at that. Go to the thrift store. Lamps are like $5. Buy a bunch of them. They can be ugly, and then you can just say you did it on purpose, and then it's chic, and then it's cute. But buy a bunch of lamps. Get some cheap RGB bulbs. Like, I'm telling you, it makes such a difference. Unless you're a fan of the big light, which I have never seen in my life, but some people don't mind it somehow. And I envy you. A room changes for me completely, depending on the lighting in there. I mean, for everybody, because it looks completely different. But I can't think. I can't think under a bright white bulb. My mind goes fucking blank. And I bump into everything. It's a sad sight. You don't want to see it. Out. Following creators who try to inspire you by like yelling at you or insulting you. What am I in fucking boot camp? I just scrolled to you. You're already yelling at me. Some people claim that helps motivate them, especially if it's like a weight loss page. Listen, let's go get lunch and we can unpack that at a later date. We'll make a date. We'll go get lunch. We can talk about that because there's something more to that. But don't come up on my page yelling at me. Blocked immediately. Let's say the person yelling at you gets you motivated to do whatever it is that you want to do. And you do it. You get it done. If it's weight loss, for example, you're following one of those people who goes, "Get the fuck up, fatty," and like says some mean shit to you, and it just gets your heart racing. You know, you feel like you're in a fucking JCPenney clothing room trying on jeans, and then all of a sudden you're up on your feet, you're going for a run, whatever. Let's say you accomplish what you want to accomplish. You lose weight through this. Are you ever really going to feel like you're done? Because you motivated yourself through negativity. You motivated yourself through like self-hate, through talking down on yourself. I feel like you'd always feel like there's more you could do. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. I really, truly believe even if you achieved what you want to achieve through those means, it would do such irreparable damage to your self-esteem that it just would not be worth it. Another out, being selfish. And I know that it sounds kind of silly, but I don't know if you guys have seen that whole thing of like the cost of community is inconvenience thing, but it is true. I think there was a phase of like therapy speak and like, you know, you need to look out for you. Look out for number one. Be selfish. Say no. Cancel the date. Don't go with your friends. Like, just isolate yourself and say no. And it's like, yeah, there's something to take away from that. There's nuance to it. I don't know, man. I think maybe it depends. Like, yeah, maybe it does depend a little bit. Maybe it's like if you're a person who has a hard time saying no, practice it. Actually exercise your autonomy and say no to things. If you found yourself kind of going too far that way, and now you're finding yourself without as many plans or lonely even at times, even if you have a partner at home, you could still find yourself being kind of lonely because it's one other person. Practice saying yes. Like, it sucks sometimes. You get anxiety. You don't want to go to an event. I do it all the time. I say yes to things. And then when it comes up, I go, I would so much rather be in bed. And I won't, because it's important that I show up. Even if it's something small, it's still important that I'm there. It's important that that person knows that I chose them. I could have chosen myself. I could have chosen my bed. I could have chosen ordering some fucking DoorDash and chilling on the couch. And I chose them. And in turn, I would like to think that they would choose me. And this is how you learn how to show up for each other. And also, a lot of the time, like, you have this thing coming up and you're like, oh, fuck, like, I made these fucking plans and now I don't want to do them. I think most of the time you go and you see those plans through, you're going to be like, I'm really glad that I did that. So I think we take a step back from selfishness. Out, debt collectors. If I had it, I would give it to you. And that's that on that. Final out, saying no to dessert right away. Too fast. Take a second. Let's get a community vote going. Sometimes I just want to sit and talk for a little bit longer. Can we look at the menu? Could you spare a moment? Can we look at the menu together? We can't split a cheesecake 3 ways. Of course we can. Don't be hasty. You know, there's that person, the waiter comes over and, do you guys want to see a dessert menu? They go, no. Checks, please. Take a second. Just slow down. Be here with me. We can at least see what they have. Doesn't mean we have to order it. But could we just have another moment together? Anyway, that's enough out of me today. I am curious about your ins and outs. If anybody feels like sharing, I am about to go start Sentenced to Be a Hero. I saw that there was an hour-long premiere. I haven't watched it yet, that first episode, but I'm about to. And I hope that it's as good as everybody is saying, because the reviews are crazy. And I have no other shows going on at the moment, but we've got Love Island All-Stars coming up. I'm going to throw up. I'm so excited. I have needed some Love Island in my life right now, because that just gives me that summer's coming kind of feeling. Really needing that at the moment. Really needing that this January. And the Game of Thrones spinoff, Seven Kingdoms, Tell Me Lies. There's a new season. Oh, there's something I'm forgetting. Bridgerton. Are you crazy? Bridgerton's coming back. It's all going to be okay. Girl who's going to be okay. Like, my shows are coming. Listen, that's it. That's the end of the episode. That's about all. I don't think that I have much else to say. So that's the end. This is where we part ways. I'll miss you. Bye.